Hey everybody, my name is Ginger Newsom. I'm going to be your instructor for our Math 125 class for this coming semester for first summer term. I wanted to give you just a short video that some of you may want to watch, just telling you a little bit about the course. First of all, like I told you in the email I sent a few days ago, this is a web class, it's an online course, so there won't be regular class meetings. It'll be just like if you were taking a class online. This is not like in COVID where we have Zoom class meetings and things like that. However, I will have a Zoom link, so if you ever need help, and we can hop on Zoom, we can work problems, anything to help you out, but there won't be regular class periods. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a little summary, and I want to share my screen just to kind of tell you a little bit about the course. So let me share it real quick. Let's see, let's do our desktop. Okay, okay, first of all, if you have jumped onto Blackboard, I have it in my edit mode is off, so it looks pretty much like yours. Let's see. When you start, I've tried to give you a section here to give you as much information. It hopefully explains it as well as I can. So make sure you read through all this. Look, I'm not going to go through everything in detail. It is your responsibility to read through the syllabus. The syllabus is kind of long, but you can skim through it. But on the parts that talk about homework and testing and things, you might want to read through it more carefully. I might miss something in this this little small video that I'm doing. Okay, so if you get onto Blackboard, if you notice on the opening page, this is our opening event info. We've got the syllabus and the course calendar. You can also find the syllabus and course calendar on the left side tab bar that you can reach anytime during the course. One of the first things you need to do is sign up for My Math Lab, also known as Pearson. We call it both things. This is where we're going to do all of our homework. It's our online software. We do all of our homework and we take all of our tests using it. So you definitely have to sign up for that. And I gave you a little bit of information. If you're not sure you're going to stay in the course, you may want to start with a temporary code. It lasts 14 days. You can start that way, do your homework, and then eventually, if you stay in the course, you'll have to pay. And but all of the work that you've done leading up to it, to paying, you'll keep it. You won't lose anything. So that's up to you. They do offer two prices. I mean, I really think the $69.99, it could have changed for some reason in COVID. I haven't checked. May have gone up a little bit. I'm not sure. But that would be really for just one semester's use. Okay. So that's all the information here. This is our course code right here. As you can see, Newsom 48116. They'll ask for this. That puts you in my course. And of course, I uploaded step-by-step instruction. But look, it's really, really easy to set up your account in Pearson. Okay, if you already have an account through your Ole Miss email, you can keep that same account and just add the course. Use the same if you've taken and used Pearson in another course. You can do that, or you can just create an account. But make sure you create an account with your Ole Miss email. Okay. All right, so basically Blackboard is where we're going to get all of your information. If I post any announcements, I'll post them here. This is also in the left bar, as you can see, we have this test 1 material. Okay, this is where you'll go to get all of your information on your what lessons you're going to do. So let me show you. Actually, I'll show you. Let me turn my edit mode off. You can see the course, I have one for every test. We're going to have 4 tests and a final exam, and they'll appear as the semester goes on. So right now, you only see test 1 material. As soon as we take test 1, test 2 will start it. But let me just show you really quickly. If you click on test 1, I've given you 2 things here. First is the test 1 material. This is the folder. If you click in here, it's going to give you notes and videos. I added for this, just only if you might want it, just depending, you know, everybody's different. But since we've been going through COVID, and we had to teach and record my Zoom sessions from the spring, I decided to include those in here just in case you may want to watch me where I was actually lecturing and teaching my class. So once again, this may seem like overkill. It's a lot of stuff. These are just different things that will help you through the material, okay? You may not ever need to watch a Zoom recording, but if you're having trouble on something, you might want to watch it. Let's click on test one material. Okay, so when well, let's look back. I did write on here in test one material, I've broken it down through sections to do each day. But let me show you. I'm going to pull up the course calendar. You can find it over here on the side, but when I pull it up, let's take a look. If you notice, course calendar, we're starting today, I guess, which is Tuesday, will be our first day. Actually, it's Monday night. We'll start on Tuesday. And covering 3 sections the first day, 3 the second, and then on the third day, 1 section and a test review. Look, these are all the sections, and each section has homework. I've set the homework to be due on Friday at midnight, which is the same time that your test 1 needs to be due. You need to have that taken. Okay, so in a sense, I've written down here R5, R6, R7 the first day. It's up to you to get through these 7 sections in time to take your test. Okay, it's up for you. If you want to cover all of them in one day, you certainly can move through it. You're kind of on your own pace here. This is really just, I've just kind of broken it down to help you if you want to try to keep it on a normal pace. Okay. So notice, you know, we only have 4 weeks, so we're going to move pretty quickly. We have 4 tests and a final exam. If you notice, before you know it, we're going to have our first test on Friday. Okay. So we'll have 3 days that you're just doing work. Test 1 will be on Friday. Then you notice we'll have 3 more, starting on Monday, 3 more days, and then, 4 more days, and then a test. No, sorry, 3 more days, right? And then test on Thursday for test 2. As you can see, this is your course calendar you can find. When we get through test 4, you will have that Friday, that final weekend, and then our final exam will be due that last Monday, June 28th. Okay, so 4 tests and a final exam. So the course is pretty simple. You have homework and you have tests. Okay, we don't have any extra quizzes. We just have homework and tests. So you want to get through, for each section we cover, you want to cover the homework, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then we'll take our test. Okay, all of that will be done on Pearson, which is our online software. Okay, but this ought to help you figure out the pace that we're going to go. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense. So if you click on test 1, look, we have these 7 sections. So let me show you. Sorry. Okay, first thing, I have these are PDFs of my class notes that I have when I teach the class on campus in person. These are my class notes. In the past, most people that take my web class have found this to be really helpful, because it is me working problems out. I'm showing you how things are worked out. A lot of people use this to help them through their homework. Okay, so that's there for you to look at. I also have it broken down to each section, and I have posted videos, right, to help you. And they're short videos with different kinds of problems. So it seems like a lot, but it really is. These are all here just to help you if you need it. Okay, you may want to look through every one, which is great. You may decide to look at one of my Zoom classes, which you certainly can do that too. Or you might just want to look through the notes to help you through your homework. It's all to help you through your homework. But for R5, we just cover 2 different kind of topics, and I've given you a video for each of them. Section 6, factoring. This is R6, which stands for review. So this is reviewing You know, just some of the algebra that you've all had really in junior high and high school. Okay, like factoring. Once again, it looks like a lot, but it's short examples of different kinds of problems you'll see. And I have it broken down for each section. Okay, especially when it starts, a lot of these videos are not myself, not me making the video. There's some other, you know, videos that I found that honestly they did a great job and probably a better job than if I were making the video. And as the course goes along, there's more that I've done, but a lot of these I've found. Okay, all right. So play around with that and look and see if you have any questions. Please ask me on that. And once again, there'll be a folder for each test and a final exam. Okay, so that's pretty much Blackboard. You'll go here to figure out what you need to do. Okay, scheduling your tests. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's look really quickly at the syllabus. Let's see. Here's my syllabus. Actually, I think I have it. No, sorry. Pulled up. It's kind of long, but you might want to read through it. You definitely want to read through it. So let's look really quickly. I'm just going to touch on it. It's your responsibility to read through this. Like I said, you have homework. Homework, you will go to Pearson to do homework for each section. Okay, they're due at midnight, the same night that your first test is due. Okay, so you have a few days to do that. Your homework score at the end of this semester will total up to be worth 100 points, like a test grade. So it's a good chance to make a good grade with your homework. Okay. At the end, I will drop your lowest 2 homework assignments, okay, at the very end of the semester, but you'll work for each of that. Your homework is set up where you can work the problem as many times as you want to until you get it correct. So there's no reason for you not to get hundreds on everything, okay? If you don't finish your homework by the due date, you can work after the due date and get half credit. So, okay, tests. We're going to have 4 major tests. All right, like I've showed you on the course calendar, 4 tests. You're not able to drop a test, okay? During COVID, we did it a little differently, but we're going back to the way we've always done it. You have 4 tests. You cannot make up a test for any reason, okay? And you can't drop a test. But we're going to let your final exam, which counts twice anyway, it counts double the amount of a regular test. It can also replace your lowest test grade. So if you do really poorly on a test or you miss it for some reason, your final can replace the lowest test grade. Okay, main thing, no tests given late for any reason. Okay, and like I said, your final exam will be comprehensive. It'll count twice as much as a normal test, but it could replace your lowest test grade, which means it could count 3 times, right? 3 times as much as a test. Okay, now the testing information, I think I mentioned this maybe. We're still waiting to hear back from Ole Miss on how we're going to do some of the testing. So I've set it up to use for proctoring. You can, if you are in Oxford, then you can take it through at the Distance Education Testing Lab, which is just on campus at the Jackson Avenue Center. We call it DEEDLE. It's free, and you'll go there. You'll have to make an appointment on test day, but you'll go and they'll proctor it for you. Okay. They also have remote campuses. So they have one at a DeSoto branch up near South Haven, Tupelo, Boonville, and Grenada. So if you're anywhere close to that, they have a testing center. You can go. It's free. And these are the contacts. Okay. So if you are out of town and not near one of these branches, you can use ProctorU. Now, if you were in class, taking classes this past semester, you use something called Proctorio, which I really thought we probably would use. We're not sure Proctorio is offered and available. So we have set up ProctorU. It works similar to Proctorio, except someone's actually going to be watching you while you take it, okay? But you'll set it up. You'll have to have a good webcam, good internet, You do have to set up make an account for ProctorU, but at least you don't have to go through all the checks that you had to do when you were using Proctorio. Okay, so for right now, that's the plan. We're still waiting to hear back. It's Memorial Day tonight, so no one was in the office the whole weekend. So it's kind of frustrating, but we're still waiting to hear back from people about in the testing center. Okay, I will let you know about that. But since our first test is on Friday, we're going to have to work on this and get this figured out pretty quickly, because with ProctorU, you have to schedule an appointment time to take it. Now you have a little more freedom, because you can schedule anytime you want to, and you can take it all the way up till midnight. Like your last available appointment, I think, is at 11 o'clock. But you just want to make sure you don't wait till the very end, because if you have problems, I'm not going to be awake at 11 o'clock to answer questions. You might want to take a little bit earlier in the day. Okay, ProctorU, it does cost. It costs, I've heard, about $25 per test. That could be a little less. I'm not sure. All right, so that's how we've always done it before COVID. We didn't have Proctorio, so that's the plan. So that's testing. Okay, for this course, I know most of you are all used to having graphing calculators. Well, in this class, no graphing calculators are allowed. Actually, no scientific calculators are allowed. We only allow a basic 4-function calculator. Now, when you're doing your homework, you can use your calculators that you have at home, but know that when you're testing, you can only use a basic 4-function calculator. You can buy one of these at any drugstore. They're really cheap. They just cover your basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, usually the square root, but that's about it. Okay, so under any circumstances on testing, you're not allowed a scientific or graphing calculator. Okay, when you move on to calculus, if any of you are going on to take calculus, you're not allowed. This is what you're allowed to. So we're preparing you for the calculus course. Let's see, class attendance. It's hard to take class attendance on an online course. But, our attendance verification is on Thursday, so you have just a few days. And I'm just going to go by whether or not you've actually attempted some of your homework to verify your attendance. So you need to have that done by, at least done something by Thursday anyway, since our first test is on Friday. Okay, so once again, it's kind of long, but go through it. It's a little more detail as far as how the homework and the tests will work. Okay, you can find that on Blackboard. Okay, one last thing. Let's look at when you go to Blackboard, right, on your home page, if you scroll down, setting up my math lab, these are the directions. Okay, so that's probably the first thing you want to do after you read the syllabus is set up your account for Pearson so you can start on your homework and work through things. Let me show you when you get to Pearson. Okay, now of course I have a lot of classes, but your class will be called this Math125 Web Summer Term, June 2021. If you click on that, now mine looks a tad bit different since I'm the instructor, but basically when you go on here, you have an assignment. Let's see, your assignments down here. Okay, if you go to your assignments, this is, all of the assignments for test 1. Okay, and as we move through, once we take test 1, your assignments for test 2 will appear. These are your homework. Okay, this is also a review. Let me show you. R5, like this example, has 10 questions. Very simple. If you click on a question, you can answer. You have 3 attempts to answer the question before they say, maybe try a new kind of problem. So like, for example, this one, I'm just going to answer something really quickly. It's wrong. That's incorrect. Okay, same problem. I can try another answer. Incorrect. And let's try one more time. All right, so it's incorrect. They give me the correct answer, and here you have an option. You can do the next question and move on, or you can do a similar question. If you do a similar question, they'll give you another question just like it, and you have 3 more attempts. So see what I'm saying? There's never a time where you're going to say, you've guessed too many times, therefore you're never going to get it right. You can always hit similar question until you get it correct. Okay. Once you get it correct, you will have, well, this one, notice this one has a red X, which I haven't gotten it correct. If you do get it correct, there'll be a green check. Okay. And so your goal is you want to have all of them correct. Okay. So that's how the homework works. Pretty simple. I'll do that. Let's look. So with the assignments, once again, notice for test 1, there's a review. Okay, the review for test 1 is for no points. It is strictly for your help. Okay, but this is a great way to review and study for test 1 because it's just a longer set of questions. It's a good way to just prepare for your test that you'll take online also. Okay. And so that's how it is. And then, of course, this shows up for each test. Your test also shows up on here, but let's see, do we even have it? I don't even have it set. No, we don't do quizzes. It's all assignments. Yeah, I have it for the assignments. The test doesn't show because it won't appear until, I think, Thursday, okay, for you to take it. Everything's password protected. I'll give you more information on that when it comes time for testing. All right. So I'm not sure if I've probably missed something pretty major, but for now, I think that's it. I don't have a list in front of me. So if you have any questions, please, please, please don't hesitate to email me. I will be in and out and around, so I'll check my email regularly. But I hope it's going to be a great semester. It'll be a short one, so we're moving quickly. But I want to try to be available for you all and hope this goes smoothly for you. All right. So hope you all had a great weekend and just, don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions. Bye-bye.